Friends, welcome to our channel Total Output Power Solutions. I am Manohar Tatwawadi from Total Output Power Solutions. In this video, we will be talking about the power plant simulator part 2. This part 1 has been already put on YouTube. This is the second part. Well, now up till now we have achieved the charging of station transformer 3 and 4, the 6.6 kV station boards C3 and C4, 6.6 kV unit boards R4A and R4B, 440 volt boiler board, 440 volt turbine board, and rest of the boards. The grid and 220 kV grid and the station transformers are displayed on this mimic. You can see the mimic. There is a bus, 6.6 kV bus, and if you go to mimic, you will see like this, all these boards are charged. The unit board R4A is charged from station board C3A, and R4A has a lot of auxiliaries which are named on it, and the breakers are in ready position so that we can make them on anytime from the control room. Similarly, R4B is also charged from station transformer board C4B, and when our unit will be running, that time it will be put on by the unit transformer from the unit transformer itself. The charging of, now in this video we will see the charging of GS water and DM water. So for water we have got two river pumps. So the river water pumps, they pump water for the whole requirement of water to the TPS. This water pumped by the river water pump is sent to the WT plant, where it is treated, stored, and then made available as GS water. The general service water pumps for all auxiliaries, cooling systems, etc. So for the simulator operations, load the previous file and run the file. Ensure the GS pump control selection switch on condensate panel is on manual mode. Also ensure that the suction valve for the GS pump A is on from the electrical field, page number 17. Now start the GS pump from the control desk. Now open all the valves on the line leading to GS tanks from GS pump A from electrical field, page number 17, 18, 19 through 22. Now observe the GS tank level rise and ensure a level of around 3.5 meters. If you want to do it early, you can charge the third pump also. Now this is the condensate system panel, wherein you are able to see the auto manual switch for the GS pumps. Then the GS pumps breakers A, B, C, D, 4 GS pumps are there. 2 will be required, third is the standby, and fourth one can be run. Now you have to open the pump suction and discharge valve first. For that purpose you have to go to mimic and you can open the suction and discharge valve, or you can go to the field page and from there you can open the suction and discharge valves of the pump. This is the GS system, this is the GS water system. Here you see the 4 pumps, then they deliver water to a common header, and that common header also goes as the inlet to the GS tanks. The GS tanks serve as the purpose in case if the GS pumps trip or there is total AC failure, the GS pump will trip, and in that case then the GS water will be available by means of the tanks. Now the service air and instrument air compressors are there. So once you start the GS, once the GS water is available for cooling, then service air compressor and instrument air compressor can be started from field page 0 and the pressure can be observed on control desk number 1, air fans control desk. Then you have to open the the DM intermediate tank, DM45, and after starting the compressors, you can open the inlet valve to DM intermediate tank and so that the DM water is available which will come into the tank. So now let us start the simulator operations. The simulator operations will be, you can go to the, yes, you can open the mimic of the GS line scheme. This mimic you can open and you can see there, you can go to the field page, and from the field page you can check up the, you have to start the RWP first, river water pump. So that river water pump, once you start, the water will be available in the CW channel. So it is a river water pump 1 and 2 you can start. Now the river water pumps have been started, and now the water is available in the CW channel through the WT plant. Now once the water is available in the CW channel, we have got the 4 pumps, GS pumps, and all the 4 pump suction valves are open. The discharge valves of pump number A and B are open. So, and you can see that all the valves, those are going to the tank, and as well as for cooling of the auxiliaries, they are open. So this we ensure, if they are not open, we will open from the mimic itself. They can be opened through the mimic itself. And now you can start the pumps, GS pumps. For that purpose, you will have to go to desk number 4, OAC 4, which is a condensate panel desk. And here you have to first of all check the auto manual switch of the GS pumps. So these are the GS pump breakers, and you will be the GS pump A, B, C and D, and on above that you will be able to see the auto manual switch there. Now that this is the auto manual switch that is on manual. So now you can start the GS pump 1A, GS pump A. So once you start the GS pump, you will be able to see the amperes, the starting kick of the GS pump, then the amperes, which is stabilizing to 29 something, 25. And you start the GS pump, you will also see some rise in the GS tank level also. It is showing something 0.079. You can start the other GS pump also. Then you will see the rise will be there in the GS tank level. It is something like 0.189 or so. Now you can, once you start 2 pumps, you can put the auto manual switch on auto, so that the one pump A and B are running, and see. Now you can see these amperes on the ampere meter itself, which is there, which is, you are being able to see that ampere meter which is showing the amperes. Now this is also in the channel levels are also indicated in the mimic. If you go to mimic again, you will be able to see the tank levels, GS tank levels in the mimic. They also will be increasing. Similarly, you will be able to see that the 2 GS pump A and B are running, which are indicated by means of red color. So A and B are running and the level is increasing. Now you can see the gradual rise in the level. Now once the GS water is available, we have to start the compressors, the instrument air compressor and service air compressor. So we go to OAC 1 desk, that is air, first OAC 1 desk, first desk, and there you will be able to see that the instrument air pressure and service air pressure is 00. So we have to go to field page number 00, I think, and from there you have to start the compressor. So first you start the service air compressor. You see that the service air pressure is increasing on the desk itself. Then you start the instrument air compressor. There also you will see the pressure is rising, and let it stabilize to 8 kg per square centimeter. So now the instrument air and service air is available. The instrument air which may be required for the operation of the control valves, that will be, and some of the valves that will be there. So the instrument air and service air compressors are, the air is available. Now we go to the DM, we go to the DM intermediate tank, and for that purpose we have to condenser makeup. We go to the mimic of condenser makeup system. So condenser makeup system, we go to that condenser makeup system. This is the condenser makeup system. Here you will see the DM intermediate tank. The level is 00, and the from WT plant, the water from DM plant is there, and the valve is closed. So you will have to open that valve, that is DM5 valve. That valve you have to open so as to take DM water into the DM intermediate tank. So we click on that valve, and there you will see that the valve is now made on, and now as the valve is made on, you will see the DM intertank level is rising. So the level of the DM intermediate tank you will see that it is rising. Now the level, after some time you will see that the level has risen to around 2.4 or something like that, 2.41. This level can also be seen on the desk. On the desk you will also be able to see the level 2.151 like that, and GS is 3.224. On the trends also, on the trends, desk number control, the desk number 6 tank levels, you will be able to see the trend and the actual level also. This is the graph that is showing you how the level has been increasing. The GS tank level as well as the DM intermediate tank level, both are being shown here. So you have to take around 3.5 meter level in the GS tanks and around more than 2 meters level in the DM intermediate tank. And once this is achieved, then if if you have taken 3 pumps, 3 GS pumps running, you can stop one of the GS pumps so that the 2 GS pumps will be running, and you can maintain the level of around 3.5 of the GS tank, and the DM intermediate tank around 2.4, 2.5. So in the next part we will be filling the unit drain tank, the condenser hot well, the feed water storage tank,